Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
City News.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Citi Prime News. The news is live from our studio at Adabraka in Accra. My name is Zoe Abube-Eduardo. Coming up, Ghana Federation of Traders demands government to take actions aimed at reducing the cedi to 10 against the dollar or face a massive demonstration in 2 weeks.
What we the traders telling the world, our leaders, as I'm speaking, a lot of unions are coming out to come and join to demonstrate. 2 weeks, as we said, we didn't hear anything from them about the dollar. We will let the world hear about us again.
Also coming up, flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, criticizes the government for its failure to address the perennial flooding situation, accusing them of spending large sums of money while the situation has worsened.
Failure to manage and prevent floods effectively and evokes deep concern about its lack of a comprehensive flood prevention and management plan.
Still to come, labor unions at the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital defend CEO Professor Otriadai Mensah as they describe a petition for his dismissal as baseless. And later, NPP communications officer in the Bono region embarked on an indefinite strike demanding details of the auction of tipper trucks, front loaders and graders belonging to the Regional Coordinating Council.
As communication officers and our people, our members, we will not sit on radio to defend this party until this matter has been resolved. In view of this subject in question, we have declared an indefinite strike effective
in the Western region. We are on Adwempa 100.7 FM in Takwa, Sky Power 93.5 FM in Takrady, and Beach 105.5 FM in Takrady. In the Bono region, Green FM 95.9 in Sunyani, Ashanti region, Focus 94.3 FM and Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we are on Revival 99.3 FM in Tajevu and VOV Radio 95.7 in Hohoi. Northern region, Radio Bimbela 91.9 FM. And in the Upper East, Quality 88.7 FM in Garu. You can hear us in the Upper West region on Tunsong 97.3 FM in Wa and Drapa 96.1 FM. Across the globe, we are live on citynewsroom.com.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for spending time with us this afternoon. Now, the Ghana Federation to 10 cities or face their wrath. The Federation, comprising 8 groups, argues that the depreciation of the cedi is eroding their capital, thus causing their businesses to hang in the balance. Chairman of the Ghana Federation of Traders, who doubles as the president of the Automobile Dealers Union, Eric Kweku Boateng, says decisive steps have to be taken to lower the exchange rate. He says the group will stage a nationwide demonstration if the government fails to promptly address the matter within 2 weeks.
Unions, strong unions, we form, we let our government know that the way dollar is climbing and our cedi is meaningless, means that there's a way out we can do is that so that the business community can rise up and end of the day we can get a bigger platform to operate our business. Because as I'm speaking, business collapse. In 2 years, the line, my capital can import 3 containers. From 2014-2015, I imported 20 containers a year. Now, for 3 years, the line is only 3 containers. What we the traders telling the world, our leaders and Ghanaian community per whole, a lot of unions are coming out to come and join to demonstrate. And what we wanted to do is that we are pleading, urging our president and the vice president that 2 weeks, as we said, we didn't hear anything from them about the dollar from 16 cities to 10 cities. We didn't hear that thing from them. We will let the world hear about us again.
That was the chairman of the Ghana Federation of Traders, Eric Kweku Boateng. Now, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has criticized government's flood prevention and management efforts in the light of the recent downpour in Accra and other parts of the country. In a Facebook post, the former president lamented that despite the alleged substantial investment in flood mitigation, many areas still experienced significant flooding with even the slightest rainfall. Here are excerpts of the statement read by Citi News' Daniel Sakite.
The recent heavy downpours in Accra and other parts of the country have led to extensive destruction of property and, according to reports, the loss of life of a young schoolboy. This has exposed the government's failure to manage and prevent floods effectively and evokes deep concern about its lack of a comprehensive flood prevention and management plan. Considering the huge sums of money allegedly spent by this government on draining the Odo and other flood prevention interventions, the present situation is distressing. Protecting the lives and property of our people should be a top priority for a government. The current administration has failed in this regard. Given the opportunity to lead our beloved country again, a new NDC government under my leadership will not rest until we find an engineering solution to the persistent flooding and implement an effective prevention and management plan. Our commitment to this cause is unwavering, and we are determined to bring about the change our nation desperately needs. This will include investing in sustainable drainage systems, clearing structures in waterways, proper waste management, and proactive measures to mitigate the impact of heavy rains.
You heard excerpts of a statement issued by the NDC flag bearer John Mahama on the recent floods and read by my colleague Daniel Sakite. Now, the Akonfi Youth Association is calling for immediate action against persons involved in the misappropriation of the district's allocation of the District Assembly's Common Fund. This follows a stark revelation that was made during a Public Accounts Committee sitting on Tuesday, May 14, 2024 in Takoradi, which indicated that the Assembly had spent an amount of 690,000 Ghana cedis, representing 40% of the Common Fund for the district, as against the required 10% by law. Speaking to Citi News, General Secretary for the Association, Joseph Kobna, called on the government to set up an independent investigative body to probe the matter.
If you come to Akonfi, you would find that we are having challenges in our roads. Most of our roads are very bad. Some of our schools are in a very bad nature. The districts are not concerned about these issues. They are only concerned about their activities at the district assembly, which to some of us, we don't even see the need for, because there are issues that we are facing that we need them to tackle. In fact, we are not happy about this scandal at all, and we are employing the government to, as a matter of urgency, set up an independent committee or independent body to probe into this issue, because we believe that there are other people that we have not even heard their names. The government should set up an independent body to investigate into these issues and brought up all those people out. And again, they should ensure that the district refund the money that they have spent on their administrative expenses. Finally, we are expressing that any amount that is left in the Common Fund account is being used for the development of Akonfi, so that the people of Akonfi will also see the development that other districts are feeling.
Joseph Kobina is the General Secretary for the Akonfi Youth Association. From the Central Region, we move to the Ashanti region, where labour unions at the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital are kicking against a petition for the dismissal of their Chief Executive Officer, Professor Ochre Adai-Mensah. A private legal practitioner, Kwame Adofo, accused Professor Adai-Mensah of financial impropriety and procurement violations. Mr. Adofo, who served as CAT's legal counsel until December 31, 2023, in a petition to President Akufo-Addo said he had substantial evidence indicating the CEO's financial mismanagement and incompetence. But the unions, in a statement, dismissed the allegations, describing the petition as groundless and fraught with inaccuracies. Here are excerpts of the statement.
We, the labour unions in Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, stand in solidarity with the CEO and management of the hospital to continue their good works at CAF. The statement has become necessary following recent allegation against the CEO by lawyer Adolfo in a petition to the President's office. We recognize that the allegation against the CEO do not define his character and dedication to the well-being and development of the hospital. We witness what Professor Adai-Mensah has achieved since he was appointed the CEO of CAF. We know His Excellency, the President of the Republic, has his ears on the ground and knows the appointment of the CEO has positively impacted the hospital. We wish to put on record that we shall resist any attempt by any faceless individuals seeking to undermine the efforts of the CEO because of their parochial interest.
Those were excerpts of a statement released by labor unions of the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital denying allegations of procurement violations leveled against their CEO, Professor Ochre Adai-Mensah. Let's do some politics now. Now, the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, has taken a swipe at the Electoral Commission over its rejection of a bipartisan probe into the alleged stolen biometric voter registration kits. The EC, while insisting the missing objects and laptops are not BVR kits, say the calls for the bipartisan inquiry are baseless, arguing that the matter is under investigation. However, Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the major opposition party, the NDC, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, in an interview with Citi News, explained that the NDC wants a probe into the entire activities of the EC and not just the missing devices.
Look, we are not only asking for investigation into the missing BVR. We are also asking investigation into the whole electoral setup of the Electoral Commission. That is the equipment, the number of BVRs they have, the DVDs they have, and then their ICT setup. Because we don't understand what is going on at the Electoral Commission currently in terms of their output. You've just seen the kind of fake figures and wrong figures being churned out from the Electoral Commission, and people names being missing from the register. As we speak now, almost 26,000 people names were not in the register of 2023 at the time they were doing the district assembly election. And they accepted it and asked their district directors to organize the discrepancies they have seen in their regions and bring them for them to install the names back. So it isn't only even the BVR we are asking for by partisan investigation into. There are a lot of issues going on in the Electoral Commission. We are asking that the investigation should be expanded to the register, to look at the register, to look at the ICT setup, to look at the DVDs too. Don't forget, some DVDs have been missing. According to the Electoral Commission, 5 of them cannot be found, and 28 cannot be accounted for. So they shouldn't be hiding. They shouldn't go and set their own questions and be answering it. We haven't set that questions for them.
Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer is Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC. We'll still stay with the NDC because the NDC in the Futu constituency has raised concerns about the transfer of the Electoral Commissioner for the Futu constituency, Madam Emilia Ama Akutia, just a few days before the end of the limited voter registration exercise. Although the EC is yet to conclude the registration exercise, which would be followed by the voter transfer, the Director of Elections for Efutu has been transferred with immediate effect, raising concerns of possible voter manipulation, according to the NDC. Speaking to Citi News in an interview, the NDC's parliamentary candidate for Efutu, James Kofi Annan, indicated that although the EC's director's performance has not been satisfactory due to allegations of voter manipulation in the 2020 polls, her transfer was instigated by her resolve to correct the anomaly and prevent it from happening in this year's polls.
Why would you wait until the middle of the exercise that you transfer the person? And then also transfer the person with immediate effect. We have doubt about the intentions of the Electoral Commission, especially when we are told that the person is leaving effective on the day that the voter transfer is starting. And this coincides with when we are told that the director had an altercation with elements within the leadership of the MPP. And we are hearing a lot of stories and news about the MPP sending people all around constituencies, asking them to transfer their vote to a Futu constituency for money. And we also now seeing the current director resisting the MPP, and to the extent that she's now having altercations with them. All these things come together to raise a number of questions as to the intentions of the Electoral Commission. And that also, somehow, we believe is being manipulated from the top. We believe that this is deliberate to further bloat the Futu constituency electoral register.
James Kofi Annan is the NDC's parliamentary candidate for the Efutu constituency. You're still listening to Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. Still to come in this bulletin, NPP communication officers in the Bono region are on an indefinite strike. They are demanding the details of the auction of tipper trucks, front loaders and graders belonging to the Regional Coordinating Council. Please stay with us to bring you the details of this and others shortly.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Are you a JHS student in Ghana? Are you a wordsmith with a passion for development? Do you have a way with words that captivates and inspires? If so, then join the Literacy Challenge 2024 now. The nationwide search for the most outstanding junior high school students in Ghana is on. Do you think that it could be you who goes home with 10,000 Ghana cedis and a glitzy trophy? Then, in not less than 600 words, write about the role of the youth in shaping the future of Ghana. What changes would you like to see, and how can young people contribute to making them happen? Script must be in your own handwriting. Script must be endorsed by a parent or guardian. Add your full contact details. Deadline, Saturday the 13th of July 2024. Submit entries to the front desk of Citi TV or Citi FM or P.O. Box GP 14123 Accra Central. For inquiries, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2024 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM, supported by Citi TV, and is sponsored by Ghana National Gas Company, Alive Soap, and Fortune Spread.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You will come back to Citi Prime News. We turn our attention to the Bono region now, where communication officers of the governing New Patriotic Party have declared an indefinite strike to demand details of the auction of tipper trucks, front loaders and graders belonging to the Bono Regional Coordinating Council. Addressing a press conference in Sunyane, the communication officers noted that obtaining details of the auction of the trucks, front loaders and graders has been unsuccessful. According to the group, the tipper trucks, front loaders and graders would have gone a long way to help the various municipal and district assemblies reshape their bad roads. Abubakar Yakubu is the spokesperson for the NPP communicators in the Bono region.
Rumors were heard intermittently about the move to auction those trucks. Each time, the Bono Regional Chairman, Mr. Kwame Bafo Abroni, moved in to prevent it until he could not this time around. Somewhere last week, before the region woke up, these important trucks have been auctioned out to God knows who and what. It is therefore on the back of this development that we, as communication officers in the Bono region, all of us, the 12 of us, have decided to pursue this matter and demand the answers from the Bono Regional Coordinating. The number one question is that who authorized the auction of the trucks and why? We demand the answer. 2, why did the authorities park the truck when the assemblies needed them for reshaping and other activities? These are questions and we shall wait for the answers before we go back to the studios. As communication officers and our people, our members, we will not sit on radio to defend this party until this matter has been resolved. Yes. Before we go back, in view of this subject in question, we have declared an indefinite strike effective immediately. From tomorrow, no communicator from the New Patriotic Party will defend the party in the region until, 1, the questions are educatedly answered.
You heard the voice of the spokesperson of the NPP communicators in the Bono region, Abubakar Yakubu. Meanwhile, efforts by Citi News to get details on the auction of the tipper trucks, the front loaders and grader by the Bono Regional Coordinating Council have been unsuccessful. Now, one person has been arrested following a clash between herdsmen at Yabram in the Karachi East municipality of the Oti region. The clash is reported to have occurred due to a misunderstanding among the herdsmen over the weekend. One person is said to be in critical condition, while 3 others sustained injuries. In an interview with Citi News, the assembly member for Kwame Accra East electoral area, Philip Kojo Bidaba, said the police are patrolling the town to avert retaliation.
That fact led to 1 test and then 4 injuries, and then they sent them to Nambai Health Center. And 30 minutes after, and then they refer 1 to Old Trafalgar. So 1 is in critical condition at Old Trafalgar right now, and then 3 also admitted at Nambai Health Center. So far, police, they have 1 at custody, and then The 3 that admitted at the My Health Center are also in the hand of Ghana Police Service, morning, afternoon, evening. Some are also there with handcuffs. So they are on the bed with handcuffs and everything. So Ghana Police Service, they are seriously doing their work. The Ghana Police Service, morning, afternoon, evening, they have been going there for patrol and everything. I think now the area is now calm.
Philip Kojo Bidaba is the Assembly Member for Kwame Accra East Electoral Area in the Oti region. Still on security issues, there is heavy security deployment to the Nalori and Ando communities in the Trepone district in the Northeast region, following a conflict that erupted on Sunday over a piece of farmland. Reports indicate that parts of the Nalori community were completely burnt down, with residents fleeing the town. While there have been no reported fatalities, one individual was said to have sustained injuries from gunshot wounds. Here is a journalist with La Maria Radio, Abdul Kudus, providing an update on the situation to Citi News.
Now the situation has come down because the securities, they have gone to the ground. It was a land issue that between the two communities, that is Ando and then Naloli. So yesterday in the morning that the incident happened. After there was a gunshot between the two communities. And that one of the communities where some parts of the communities were burned down. That's the Naloli community. So the district chief executive, after hearing what was happening in the news, he sent the securities to the ground and they brought down the situation. So from yesterday even up to this morning, we've not heard anything, any gunshot at that particular state. For the security, the police were about 20 and then the military were about 15 that were there with the armor car, in the evening. And then they patrolled there from the evening up to this morning. So we've not heard of any gunshot or any fight among them as of the time we are speaking.
Abdul Kudus is a journalist with La Maria Radio in the Northeast region. Now, the Bimbilla Government Hospital is a key healthcare provider along the Eastern Corridor, serving not only the people of Nanung but also nearby districts. The hospital has recently been in the news for negative reasons, such as local youth locking up the medical superintendent's office and reports of a mother losing her baby due to alleged negligence. Despite receiving over 200 patients daily, the hospital has only 2 doctors. To address these challenges, the Municipal Assembly inaugurated a new management committee for the hospital. Our Northern Regional correspondent Mohammed Aminu Alabira attended the event and filed this report.
Bimbilla Government Hospital is a major healthcare facility serving not only the Nanung area but also regions as far as Pandai and Oti. Recently, the hospital has faced criticisms from Bimbilla residents over alleged mismanagement and inadequate care. Last year, local youth locked the medical superintendent's office, and earlier this year, a family accused the maternity ward of negligence following the death of their baby. These issues have tarnished the hospital's reputation among citizens. A significant factor contributing to these problems is the delay in forming a management advisory committee, which is essential for addressing such challenges. To remedy this, the Nanumba North Municipal Assembly inaugurated the Municipal Health Management Committee. At the ceremony, the Municipal Health Director of Bimbilla thanked the Assembly, expressing confidence that the committee will.
Some of those issues that resulted in the close down of the facility would have been resolved by the health committee and would have had a smooth health service delivery during the period. Too late than never. I am very happy that we are currently going to have the health committee in the municipality, and it's my prayer that the health committee will work closely with the Ghana Health Service and also with the community in resolving some of the issues that would have resulted into conflict between the community and the health service, and also between health staff and also management of the health service in the municipality.
The municipal coordinating director, speaking on behalf of the municipal chief executive, urged the committee to begin their work promptly, hoping for effective and beneficial decisions. He emphasized the importance of committee members understanding their role and responsibilities.
I would like also to call on the committee to perform this advisory role with diligence through effective communication and community members and the municipal health directorate in order to help address the numerous challenges in the health sector within the municipality. The committee should also consider setting up alternative dispute resolution mechanisms to solve issues between the health service and other stakeholders and between management and the health staff of the Ghana Health Service within the municipality. Distinguished guests, I have no doubt that the committee will be able to effectively deliver on this mandate considering the composition of this August committee.
Currently, the hospital operates with only 2 medical doctors, 7 over 10,000 residents. The newly posted medical superintendent, who has just taken office, appealed for community support. He shared his vision of making the hospital a leading healthcare provider, but emphasized that achieving this goal requires the community's help. He asked the Nanumba North Municipal Assembly for assistance with housing, as he is working to recruit 2 more doctors.
Yeah, for now, myself as the medical superintendent, I also have 1 medical officer. But as a municipal hospital, I think we need more than 2 doctors. Besides, I am also the administrator in a way of the hospital. So if I have to combine so much of the clinical work, it means that the administrative work will also be left. Beside, almost all of us, we don't come from here, and our families are away, so maybe we need to, from time to time, go. But then if the numbers are there, at least you always have a situation where you have 1 doctor at least covering the place.
So what is being done? Are there plans to bring in more doctors to, and what should be done first before the people come?
Yeah, for now, the regional director has told us that some doctors have been released to Ghana Health Service. And I think at Northern Region we have 2 medical officers and then 2 dentists. So we have been asked to link up with authorities within the municipality to see how we can attract some of the doctors. I think for now, the first thing that we need to do is to make sure that we have accommodation, because that is the person needs, if you like, normal accommodation. So when you now have the accommodation, then you can now be talking about how many you have and then how many doctors you want to get to the place. So I hope that the assembly will help us, as it were, to be able to at least attract at least 2 doctors to the municipality.
Thank you so much.
He also explained the government policy prohibiting health facilities from purchasing certain medicines independently, lamenting how this affects hospitals' operations nationwide. He called for patience from the public when specific medicines are unavailable at the facility.